Hello everybody, I am Lisbeth and welcome to episode 76, I'm pretty sure it is, of my Oxygen Included Let's Play series. Where today, I've decided that all of this nuclear stuff is stressing me way out. It's taking a very long time, and I've got things I want to be doing. So we're gonna try and... The space is so radioactive that you can see the rad texture. But yeah, I'm gonna focus really heavily on getting oxygen for this. I always have the hiccups when I record. And that will allow us to get Ellie out into space. That will also preserve the food on this planet a little bit. That also means that I need to get this all done sooner rather than later. And now, I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing to sweep there. But that's fine. That also means that we need to get food production up and running here so that they can eat all this sleep wheat. Sounds good? Good. Awesome. Excellent. Let's get them running and we will look at our food production for this area. So we need a great hall. These can now be deconstructed, I'm fairly certain. That's all fine. I'm annoyed that we've gotten water down in here, but what can you do? And one of them peed in the water. But this is all just for, this. I can disconnect that for now. That can be deconstructed. We do actually get to now do something like that. Okay, I was gonna have their food tables up here, right? And then we can have their... Ooh, will it fit? It does. We can fit an electric grill right there. Now, I wonder... grill. Electric grill. It is not an industrial machine by the look of it. Oh, sucrose. I thought that was ice for a second. I'm like, okay, let's just fry some ice. That sounds fine. So this is not an industrial machine, which means that it can go in the Great Hall. So that means I can probably put a door right there, yeah? Let's pause for a second. That's 16 plus... That's 22, 23, 24. And then we've got 36, 40, 46. Okay, so that's definitely more than 32 tiles for the nature park, right? Where's the room? Nature reserve needs minimum 32 tiles. We'll split it off there. That will make this room a bit chunky, but we can probably snap off a few little tiles here with some mesh tiles. Like that. And then we can probably put a door right here, I think. And another mesh tile right there. So that hopefully will turn it into Great Hall size. And then we can put a couple of tables up here. Under furniture, isn't it? There it is. Mess tables. 1 and 2. Wait, we need a... What do we need for a mess hall? A Great Hall, sorry. We need a mess table, 32 tiles, a recreational building, and plus 20 decor. So what counts as a recreational building? Can we find out? No. Let's go... where is it? Water cooler. So it does tell us here. So can we now check out our furniture? These two are definitely recreational. I'm pretty sure all these count as recreational, but we're definitely not having one of them. Is this recreational? Phone. Let's go... Party line phone. It's recreational. Let's give them a telephone up in here. And that will allow them, that can go right there. And we're going to need power, and we'll make it out of cobalt. Like so. Something like that. That'll free up a little bit of steel for sure. Actually, let's do all of that as well as a side job. That'll just give us a little bit extra, and we'll cancel these 2 mesh tiles so that the steel falls out. That'll give us just a little bit extra steel laying around, just in case. So we need 2 mesh tables. We want something pretty looking. Maybe some flower pots. And we can have a painting right here. Although we don't have everything we need for that. That's fine. Alright, let's get in building that. And then we need to start building these things. We can probably deconstruct that. Yes, that's 4 tiles up. And let's quickly do the automation whilst we're here. Where are we going to put this automation? Do I just plonk it up here in space? That's a fair enough place to put it, right? Space? I reckon. So we're going to have 4 doors, so this goes this way. And then out here, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, sounds good. Then we need a... that's a little too close, isn't it? Oh, no, that's just the right distance. We get ribbon readers. Whoops. Ribbon readers. Ribbon writers. Like that. And regular old automation wire. Excuse me. And we do have our pipe there. That's good to see. Alright. Let's start getting that built. And I will focus up here on the... Now, they are banned from leaving. For now. I just want them to focus on this stuff down here. They are definitely all inside, right? There's Travoldo. There's Ada. And there's Ellie. Okay, good. They're all inside. Okay, so we're going to need buffer gates, 2 clocks, all the usual stuff for one of these. Now, I do think that calling these things, like, I think the filter gate should be called the buffer gate, because in my brain, it's like, it buffers. Well, I suppose that's what it does. It buffers for X amount of seconds. But this should not be called a filter gate. It's got a bad, that's a bad name. But really I want the timer, yes. When we load. And poor Ada's having a really bad time. I've got to build her a skill scrubber too. We cannot forget that. 1 timer, 2 timer, and then we get wire, out, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Alright, we'll get that all built up, and then we can get the other 3 doors in. Did I just hear a boop? Now, one more thing that we really have to do is... That stuff's all more important. Because we're going to put our... We're going to seal this off here, fill this up, and we're gonna... That can go there and there. Okay, and we're going to put our oxygen production right here. So I might just use 2 electrolyzers. I have no metal ore, because they've dug all this up. Those 2 can get dug up, those 2 can get dug up, as can that one. And all of that can too. Digging all of those, please. We need more cobalt. They can reach that, right? There's more right here too. We'll leave that on the back burner though, because we don't need it so desperately. We will have this here. Right, let's see what we've got. A pip. Nice. Bonus friend. This has no output pipe. Plumbing. How are we doing? Ooh. I gotta do something about that. That's a problem. I thought I would be able to put it up through here, but that is not the case. What do I do with all that water? I suppose I can divert it up this way. Up this way. It's going to come across here, up here, and into these two. It goes into the left-hand side. Like that. Sounds good. And a bridge like that. I should probably make those insulated pipes, shouldn't I? Alright, let's insulate these pipes because the water will freeze otherwise. But we do definitely need the... That goes right there. Whoop. Whoops. Like that? No. There. 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 To there. And then we go this way. To there. Very good. And I will put some automation to make this... Whoops, cancel that one. Snip. That right there. We can actually cancel that one. And just do the power like that. And then I'm going to put the automation so that when this bit of pipe here gets emptied, it requests more. But that will require us to have that ladder gone. So let's get going. Poor Ada is stressed because there's a lot of stuff going on for her. Yeah. And the low morale is the least of her worries. Yes, they're sped up. That's good. Let's check in back home. Just a moment. There we go. So this is all going much better. The biggest reason why I have decided to do a big old timeout on this is that I've got liquid pipes bursting left, right, and center. This is doing poorly here. I can replace that with insulated pipe, which will definitely help. Those can go now that we've gotten rid of them. But yeah, it's just going not well. Now, I do know, thank you for letting me know, I need to build this thing as well. And, like, I don't have the research terminal quite yet. So that's why we're taking a timeout. This is full. These guys are going fine. And we're just gonna, yeah. It actually means that I can disconnect that right there. Yeah, I can, because these will still operate because they've got these batteries. Another thing I did in between episodes was I made sure that... I don't care. I made sure that all of my Atmosuit docks were properly filled. Because things were going really, really slow. Because, like, people couldn't get out of the base. So that problem has been solved. Let's also check in on Stinkina here. Irrigation and atmosphere. We need to do something about this chlorine. This is going better here now. I am going to put water in here, aren't I? Yes, I am. Wait, was I? Is that what I want to do? Yes, it is. So we're going to need a liquid vent. I know I said I was going to focus on Grossister, but like that's the input there. Where's this water going to come from? We can take it from up here, actually. Yep, that's where we take it from, is up here. So once it has gone to these here, we want to force it out, because these need water. These are like the things that need water most. Does that mean I put a shut off? Yes, I do. Liquid shut off right there. That can go to there, and this can come out and down here. Yeah, that's... I see why that's happened. Okay. So, polluted water for the poor thimble reeds is a problem. And the reason that is, let's check this out. Simple pipe mechanics, it prioritizes the liquid bridge over going down to this side here. Because it sees these two exits first, so it prioritizes going left here. Which is okay, I guess, but it does mean we have to find a different source of polluted water for our thimble reed. Let's use the petroleum generator, but for now that is not my problem. We just want to prioritize the actual water, and we're going to run it this way, because we're going to make this here the core of the base. They'll keep cooking food up here, but we'll move their mess tables in here somewhere at some point, but that point is not now. That can go there, this can go here, like that, and that's going to come up to there. Nice. So that's going to go up that way, and this will come down here. There and there. That'll give them something to do. We're going to need liquid bridge across there. And across there. That can be cancelled, and liquid bridge goes that way. We will also have a... Where is it? A hydro sensor and an automation wire. Nice. Good going, guys. Off you go. Get building. You have... Oh, poor Ada. Okay, well. That's just how things be. Let's check in on our thing down here. In at 94, out at 84. We're down to negative 99. That's pretty... Oh! That's over 100. We're getting super close. The sour gas needs to get to negative 161. So we're going well. That can be mopped up. As, well, that can't. Neither can those. Okay, well, we just deal. And there's some sour gas up in there, but we don't care. This water's all just the condensing steam. And we've melted a bit more water here, but that's okay. That certainly is some carbon dioxide there. I should probably pop someone in the neurovacillator, shouldn't I? Oh, it still operates when it's underwater. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go check in on Ada, hey? Alright, we also need our oxygen now that we've probably dug up. Yes, we have that stuff. 1 and 2. That's going to get pushed up through there. And we're going to make these ones the priority. Like that. This can't produce any more because we need less carbon dioxide, and we can't get rid of the carbon dioxide because the pipes are full. That's what I was hoping this would fix, but it did not. And that is because pipe mechanics... Liquid bridge right there. Actually, if I deconstructed that bridge, that would work. I could just dump a bunch of water in here. Which I'm gonna do. As soon as someone comes and does that. I've also got to keep an eye on this ice. Like, that will melt at some point, you know. But I suppose we cannot control that. We must merely... Uh-oh, that's no good. Deal with the hand we've been dealt. For those of you who can't see, which is all of you, I've just put both of my hands over my face and... Oh! You were locked out. Fine. You're allowed through it. She can get back through now. Get back inside. And stop it. How do they keep doing that? I genuinely have no idea. They can still get out. Why is that? You know what? Fine. They can get through. I don't care. We just need to get some stuff constructed. I suppose we can let them... Wait, no. That's not what I wanted. Sweep and mop orbers. That there. Alright, whilst we're here, because I've got to go away for a second and... Yeah, I mean, I suppose stress vomiting gets rid of some stress, hey? Let's queue up another build command somewhere else. Hang on, what do we need to do on Stinkina here? Because, well, I suppose they've got something as well. What about back home? Look at all that gold. What's something they can build here? They are deconstructing a bunch of stuff here, I suppose. I could deconstruct that. That would help us get all this up and running. Let's queue up the automation for this. So we figured out that this is for fuel delivery, not for actual reactor, like, operation. So let's do the automation here. So we want it still on an AND gate with the switch here. So what we want to do is run this down to here-ish. And we can have that in there. We can leave these ones. And that's the only one that has to actually... We can leave them, it doesn't matter. No one's going to see it. We need an AND gate like so. Yes. And we actually do need this here. So that's going to go not there. That's going to go to there, down across. That's going to go straight down to there. And we need to be able to get this hooked up. So that can go across to there. Yes, looks good. Automation, a bridge, there, there, there. And that's made of lead. That's good to see. We also need to... No, that's okay. So when there's no radiation, it allows it to have more inserted. So we're going to send a green signal if it's below... Yeah, 280 rads is fine. Because it's not receiving any at the moment. Alright, very good. Let's get that building. I'll be back in a little bit once one of these things is finished. Who knows which one it'll be. Okay, so one thing I also forgot to mention... Excuse me. One thing I also forgot to mention is I need to redo this. Now this has gotten rid of my... Yeah, like that's... I didn't realize that these two things put out completely... Look, outputs depleted uranium. Outputs nuclear waste. Why would they do such a thing? Like, for realsies. So what we're going to do is we're going to compress all of this nuclear waste. We're going to extract it. Uh-oh, that's no good. We're going to extract all of this liquid uranium, etc., etc. So we're going to remove these. These are going to go. And we're going to put a pump down here. And we're going to pump it out somewhere. I don't know where at the moment. I was originally thinking down here. But that's probably a really, really bad spot to have a lot of radiation. How far does radiation typically spread? That's 1,000 or so. Wait, radiation. 1,700, 1,600. So it only seems to spread like 3-4 tiles from its source. Because I kind of would eventually like to come around and pick up all of these individual little bits as well, and get them all locked up in one spot. Maybe down here is a good place. Because then we can send the radiation wherever we need it, you know? But ideally, I still find it absolutely absurd that this is just chilling. Like, that's a bug, right? Surely. So in a vacuum, it seems to reach however many tiles that is, 12 tiles. But out of a vacuum, it lasts a bit further. What? Really? We got Meep stuck up here whilst you guys weren't watching. It was certainly something that happened. But yeah, that's something I need to do, is get rid of this nuclear waste, etc, etc. We will leave a block here, but it'll all slide down this way and hopefully drip in here. And then a liquid pump will just pump it out. And we'll do it in a way that, like, we won't. As long as it keeps moving in the pipes, in theory, it ought to, you know, get wherever we need it to. And this has worked so well. I'm very pleased with that. So that'll trap the oxygen as well once it gets up there. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. One extra thing I noticed here, I want to make sure that I am exclusively trapping hydrogen up in here. So I'm actually going to need to... So we'll have our oxygen pump for the oxalate down in here, right? Because at some point, well... How far does it reach? No, where's its... Can we see? Come on, you can see, like, their pump range. You used to be able to. Why can you not see it anymore? Excuse me, game? Bug? Attention, guys, bug. I can't see pump ranges. Okay. I'm fairly sure it's a plus sign surrounding this tile here. Right? This bottom left tile. So that means that this is pumping from... It's pumping these 5 tiles. Given all the water on top, I doubt it's ever going to pump any of this polluted water out. That makes sense, right? I could probably dig something like that. They can't reach those, so we're just going to dig those 2 up, and that ought to let that gas out. But yeah, that means I can remove this. I can put the oxygen... Ooh. Interesting. That means that we're going to have all of this up here and all of this. So from this layer right here up is going to all be hydrogen, which I'm cool with. I don't mind that too much. It will force all of the carbon dioxide down and make it get destroyed by the carbon skimmer down here. And that's very good. And things are going well. We can now snip that one off. I'm happy with it. That's going to keep functioning. We are good to go. Okay, very nice. Once we're done loading. Back in a bit. It would seem that these do not, you know, block radiation very much. I suppose that makes sense, but the way they react to it, it's like it's made of light. So you watch when they climb the stairs here. Yep, they shy away from it. That's the exact same animation as when they are avoiding the light from the exosuit forge, or the heat, I suppose. Just something interesting, you know. Body temperature, too hot? We're gonna have to run our... Uh-oh. Now you're gone and done it. We've just gone and pumped a bunch of water out of here, haven't we? Yeah, we have. That's fine. Let's snip that for a second. Whoops. Like so. And we also get to expand this out a little. Where do we bring it? Might have to... That's a bit awkward. This is all set up though. We can get this up and running. So whilst we're here, we just want water, water, and water. Let's get us... Bring this out here. It's got to come in here, so let's get a pipe to there. And we can connect that there. Right. Like so. Now that was, yeah, only supplying water up this way. That's very good. We get to put... This goes in here, or it goes up. So that means we can deconstruct those tiles. Very good. That means I can deconstruct these two as well, which clears up a bit of space, and it also clears up nothing. Never mind. I was going to say some wire, but it doesn't at all. It takes 1,000 kilowatts off this line here, and puts, you know, all of it onto this line right here, which is pretty good, because all that's on here is our water thing, liquid pump, and a gas pump, which barely run anyway. So, yeah, back in a bit. One other thing, I got a notification here because Travoldo is exposed to radiation. So I wanted to actually pin this statistic right here, right? The only problem is that it only gets pinned, like, it pins the grouping, not the individual statistic. I would quite like, let's see if I continue. Okay, that seems okay. I wanted to only pin when they were exposed, not if anyone is sick. Because the game tells me if someone gets sick, that's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that their exposure wasn't getting too high. Now we have gotten this connected. Let's just pump out all of that gas. That's just going to get pumped into space, which I'm fine with. We will actually have to deconstruct this as well. But this will get chucked in. Yeah, there we go, in a vacuum. What is getting deconstructed? We don't want to deconstruct that. That's the one we want to deconstruct. As is that ladder there. So we're just about done with all of this. I'll have to go back home and figure out the numbers. Time out for a second. There it is. Okay. Buffer gate 6, 12, 8, and 6. I should know that. And that's number 1, which is the far left, which is how we've got it. 6, 12, 8, 6. 6, 12, 8, 6. Automation. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so 6, 12, 8, 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 6, 12, 8, and 6 once more. Alright, let's let them do some stuff and things, I guess. Temperature-wise, this is going well. Uh-oh. Travoldo, why have you not eaten? You have lots of food. We're actually going to need to get this electric grill up and running very, very shortly. I do actually have another 100,000 calories, but it's actually all sitting up in here. Now, I saw you said that this here, the rocket only counts calories when a duplicate is inside. Let's slow down for a second. That's actually not the case. Because it is grounded, duplicates are not allowed to interact with any of the buildings in here, specifically, you know, the bed, the mess table, refrigerator, etc. if I change this to grounded, it all shows up because they are now allowed to access it. Sorry, to none. As soon as I put it back to grounded, we can't see anything because the duplicates don't see anything. So that's how that works, as far as I can understand. That's definitely some radiation. Alright. Is that 250 out here as well? No. Is that a bug? Who knows? Alright, back in a bit. I'll also say, I just lost my train of thought. How did I do that? So, like, I've got a bunch of stuff that takes up an awful lot of power on this main line, right, on here. Out of 50 kilowatts, I've got, like, that's 1,000, 1.2, 1.2, there was a 1.2 here, but there's not anymore. But I genuinely thought that I had a lot more on there. But we're, like, only a third of the way, which is pretty neato. Neato Burrito is one of my favorite YouTubers would say. So, we did have this thing here melt, which is very, very unfortunate. Oh boy. 159 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's a problem. Like, how are you supposed to... I have to find out how other people have done it. Because this is a big problem. If I put another joint plate here, at some point, it's just going to melt again. And that's really no good. So, like, what do I do about that? Also, how do I do it now that the whole room is full of gas? Like, for real. That's just a pain. But we have done a fair bit of cleaning up, which is really nice. Let's just have a quick look at what I've done. We filled this loop back up, this cooling loop here. It's got some regular water in it because we filled it from down here, and this is all just water. But I mean, I suppose I'll just have to deal, right? This is all up and running exactly as we planned. It's not taking any more water, but it is working how I planned it to. Let's just quickly get rid of these two power lines as well. 3, sorry. Just to tidy things up a little bit. I thought for a second I'd crash the game. Real good. Heavy conductive wire, priority 9. But our food's up and running again, which means I can deactivate this. And we've got a few rad pills there, right? 13, that's good. That'll keep them nice and healthy. Mop that up, mop all that up. Alright, very good. And this is working how it is intended. Alright, let's do something real quick before I finish the episode, because, like, I'm getting close to time. Stop there for a minute. We have another mutation. That has 18, not 15. The last mutation we had only produced 15. I don't know why that number stuck around. We've just about got all this done. Let's get this. Let's go, Ellie. I believe in you. Uh-oh. That'll be number 3, and this one will be number 2. And this here is going to be... Uh-oh. Let's go home and check out the timing. We're going to turn that red-green duration right down because we don't want it right now. We've got it 1 in 30. Yep. 6, 8, 12, 6. Okay, so we've got this here for 1. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. 1 in 30. I didn't drop it. My little phone stand dropped it. It's a snail. 1 out of 30. Good. And this can also get 1 out of 30. 6, 8. 6, 12. 8, 6. Very good. Alright. That's just gotten itself some more stuff, but who cares? We want to go reset now. And that's a single one, right? How do we do this? I'm going to have to go home and check again. Here we go. So the one that is attached to all three, we want to get to 10 seconds and then reset the other one. So let's go home. So we get here, automation, reset. Oh man, I've completely forgotten now. Amazing how that happens. That's attached to all three, gets to 10. 10 on the one attached to all three. That's attached to all three, right? No, this one is. Alright, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reset. Who wants to bet me 20 bucks that I've gotten these round the wrong way? One is on its own, the other three are off. Alright. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Wait, 6, 12, 8, 6. Alright, off we go. Oh good. Alright, we'll be back in a little while. Why are you... Minor radiation sickness. That's no good. That means once we get our base correctly operating, I'm going to remove all of this. We're going to put in a lead suit dock so they can get out. Although I suppose that won't be an issue once everything's produced. Sorry. You know, like once we've got everything that we want. Is that not accepting more gas? That's interesting. Opens. Okay, it's CO2. That just destroyed it, didn't it? Let's slow it down a bit, just make sure I've got it right. Open. Close. There's the second one. Here's the third one we're opening. It's going to... Oh no, it's not. Excuse me? Is that because that kicked in? I don't care. This one. 19.6, 8.4. So I actually need to wait until... Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, stop. Reset. Did that work? There's a tiny bit of polluted oxygen. I don't think that worked. Why is that not working? Okay, let's try one more. Speed it back up again. Stop. Okay, let me just extra double check the timing. 16.3, that's at 6.4. So it is 10 seconds, at least on that one. Stop. Okay, we're at 6.6, 7, 8, 9, 10, stop. Okay. Polluted oxygen. We can't see it, we want gas. We've got some carbon dioxide, we've got some polluted oxygen. I see what's happening. Let's go back to materials. No, that's all carbon dioxide now. So this ought to now be good to go. Alright, more building time, I suppose. I actually kind of really want to, like, puzzle out a contraption. Let's save for a second. I'm going to have a think about contraptions I want to build. I'm finding everything just a little bit of a slog at this minute. Just because, like, that reactor took, I don't know, 10 or 15 episodes. That's just absurd. That's like 20 hours of my life. So let's go to the creative testing world. And I'm going to have a quick think about a contraption. I've actually had one sitting around in the back of my head for a while. I just don't know how it would work. So let's have a look into that. Let's clear out a real quick... wait, control that button. And we want sandbox on, right? There we go. Destroy, wait, fill with vacuum. There we go. Let's quickly clear up a bit of real estate. I was going to say land, but I think real estate is a more adequate descriptor. Okay, all this slime, all this algae, everything. You know what, let's get destroy, and we'll go up to 5. So what I really want to make is a food storage system that is somewhat smart. So it's got to do a few things. It's got to stop duplicates from producing food once we have a certain amount. It has to prioritize older food for delivery to duplicates before the fresher food. To minimize, we'll say. To minimize... Wait, how heavy are these things? 20 ton. What a chunky... Alright. There we go. Good. Vacuum? Yes. So, we want to... also, I don't know what's going on down here. Let's have a quick look at my video settings. Because this is unusual. That's correct. Is it the right? Boop. Apply. Cancel. Let's try that out. Yeah, still not. That's... And it's not just this. It, like... It was happening before. Yeah. Okay. So they're going to be cooking. We're going to need a electric grill. Very good. Nope, we need some tiles. Nice. Pasta aura. That's some new... Is that new? How long have we had this as a, you know, thing? But focus. Come on. We're doing a thing. There we go. Nope. Missed a few. Alright, we get an electric grill. We get some power. That can go there. Okay. Storing food, obviously. I think using conveyor rails is the best option here. What we'll do is we'll pass the food once it gets produced. Although I suppose if we're going to be deep freezing food, it doesn't matter too much because it'll never go off. But I would still like to try this because it'll be fun and interesting. So we're going to have a bunch of tiles, of course, and some refrigerators. 6 looks fine. What do we get for automation on these? These get automation. Send green signal when full, otherwise sends red signal. Easy done. Okay. So this machine has to turn food production off when we have enough food. Food production off when enough food. We've got to prioritize these bins. So, what we might need to do... So we've got to prioritize. So we're going to have these refrigerators, right? We could store these in a vacuum. That's nice and dandy. It does mean that we will need to store them close to our eating area. I was just zooming out so I could find my base, but I'm in the wrong world, so who cares? If these are in a vacuum, that means that food won't spoil, obviously. But it also means that that was going somewhere, I promise. I just lost the word entirely. They won't, wait, they do produce heat, so they can't be in a vacuum. That's no good. What can we make these out of? Insulation's an option. Did that change? I saw one of those words change. Insulator. And slow heating. I suppose we can make them out of insulation when we get there. We're going to obviously have shipping lines. So we get an auto sweeper here. We're going to get a conveyor loader. Here's fine. Rail to here. And a receptacle. Like so. That means we get a new one of these. I did have a reason for wanting it in a vacuum. And I, for the life of me, cannot remember that. But that's fine. Make food, it goes in here. How do we sort them by age? I did actually see, I didn't watch the video, but I saw someone else made a food sorting machine. Like it forces them to use the oldest food first. I think I will have to do some shenanigans with cycle sensors. So let's plop a few things down that I think we might need. So we've got cycle sensors, timer sensors. We're going to need anything else that's like obvious. A weight plate? No. That's fine. Okay, so let's simplify this. 6 is overkill. I think 3 will be enough, because we're going to... just edibles. There we go, that stops the notifications. And just all. Okay, well, I make 6 when you can make 3, right? Really, I should probably make it down to 2. Okay, how does that work? Actually, I think 2 is the right way to go about it. Okay, so what we do, instead of having 2 like that, and that there, we're going to clear floor. Okay. What we're going to do, a bunch of tiles, we're going to have 2 refrigerators. That also means that we need to have, actually, believe it or not, 2 auto sweepers. We want them to be able to access one but not the other. And we also need them to be able to access this right here. So these can reach this and this. This one can reach this and this. Alright, power in, nice. So all the food's going to get sent to here. Once the food gets there, it's going to get shifted to one of the 2 bins. They're both going to be the same priority. So, this is actually much easier than I am thinking it out to be, believe it or not. It's very similar, actually, I think, to the desaltifier. You know, the desalinator. That's the word. Wrong language, right word. Wherein we fill... Wait. Oh, easy as pie. Okay. We need an ore gate. No. How does that work? Okay. I think this is my opportunity. Wow. I think this is my opportunity to use an XOR gate. Okay. So I hate everything. That's a problem. That's actually a really big problem as far as like making this game intuitive to use. Is that when, okay, let's say for example, where are some pipes? Here we go. We have some pipes, very nice. Oh, and look, even a building. Now I do understand that the automation like AND gates, etc., etc., are all background buildings, but as far as the game's concerned, it feels like they operate on a different level. Like they operate like buildings do, or at least it feels like they should. If I come here, I'm going to go destroy. Mistake. Never mind. Well, that's fine. That's because it was the wrong thing. Ventilation, here we go. Oh, nope, never mind. Here, this is the perfect one. We destroy 1, 2, 3. Like that. When the game does stuff like that, it makes me feel like if I have a gate, it doesn't matter, we'll plonk that down. We have some wires. Now, we are still exclusively in the automation overlay. It says it right up here. When we're in the plumbing auto overlay, we can deconstruct that. It will not affect the pump. And that's how it feels like these ought to act. So if we go back to automation, if I deconstruct that, all gone. That's my TED talk on why automation, like buildings, like AND gates, OR gates, etc., etc., ought to be counted as buildings in the game's code. Okay, more importantly, back here, we get automation. This goes green signal when full, otherwise red signal. We're going to need a NOT gate, and then we get to turn those auto sweepers on and off as we need. Green signal when full, otherwise red signal. So what we need, and these work differently to these, I think. Let's have a quick look. Green signal when it's less than... Yeah, see, that's how fridges should operate as well. It's just consistent. Okay, so one is empty. That means it starts getting filled up, but does not send any food out. So let's go shipping conveyor loader. That can go there. And it's going to dump everything out over here. It doesn't matter. That's our exit. Okay. That has power. Don't you tell me nothing. And clear 4. Nice. Wait. Wait. I just pressed the wrong button. There we go. Okay. How do we stop them from putting more food into the refrigerators when we don't want them to be, you know, it'll break the machine I'm trying to make here if they can put food into an empty refrigerator whilst the other one is currently being emptied. So actually what we want to do is cap these at like 20 kilos. Excuse me. pressing enter disables stuff. Okay. And I'm running out of time, so I've actually really got to focus here. I think I can use an XOR gate for this, right? If exactly one of its inputs is receiving green. So does that mean I need NOT gates here? It definitely means I need to deconstruct those and rebuild them. There we go. So we've got to turn this one off when this has something / anything in it. No, wait. We need to turn it off. I'm just trying to think of how this works. Because obviously once the food's in the refrigerator, which will have a higher priority than this. I suppose they all need the same priority. Let's go automation. What does this do? Enable building, disable building. That's really helpful. Alright, research time, 1 minute. Conveyor receptacle, oxygen included. Oh, that's output storage, but that's fine. We can go to the shipping buildings and then conveyor loader. There's the boy. There's the boy. That's the thing we want. Nice. Disabled. Alright, from the wiki, disabled conveyor loader will still be loaded by sweepers and duplicates if manual operation is allowed. That doesn't matter, because we're using sweepers. However, it will store the items in its inventory and will not put them into the rail. To get around this, you can use mechanized airlocks to block the loader instead. Some quick, what happened there? Some quick and easy okay, that works. That's exactly what we need to do, actually. That's perfect. Then we get our loader right there. And they can't reach it. Nice. Wrong. Bad. Automation. They don't have doors. We're going to deconstruct these two and use the, fancy doors. Mechanized airlocks. One goes there, one goes there. And then we're going to deconstruct those. And go up there. Now these will on green open. That's fine. So actually I don't need these in the slightest. I thought I might, but I was overcomplicating it. Okay. Something like that. Nice. Alright. How does this work? We only want to open one of these at a time. Alright. Let's walk through this step by step. Food is cooked. It goes in here. It conveys with an R, not an L, its way to this receptacle. From there, both of these can pick it up. Very nice. Exactly what we want to see. And then puts it into the refrigerator, like the corresponding refrigerator. Whilst it is filling up one of the two refrigerators, okay, whilst it's filling up one of the two refrigerators, we don't want the other auto sweeper operating. that also means we need... Ooh. So, just get the loading working. It comes in here. This will actually work as is. Very good. Awesome. The only thing we'll have to do is prime the system manually. But we can do that. Just to make sure that they're not both constantly trying to operate. Food gets into a container. Then what? Okay. When this is full, we want to, and this should really operate like, you know, the thing above. Okay, once this is full, we turn off the auto sweeper, although I suppose that doesn't matter. Once this one's, once one of them is full, then we can operate this one. This sends a green signal when it's full, so we get to connect that to there and that to there. Alright, let's go spawner, foods, foods. Let's go something that won't, mixed berry pie. I'll have to try making that sometime. Alright, just a bunch of berry sludge. Look how thick that outline is become. If I plant one right there, it's not as bad. Alright. Alright, there is our stop right there. Alright, automation. That went green, that opened that. Is that full already? Yes. But we only want one of them to be open at a time. How do we stop that from happening then? If... I suppose this is where we prime the system. We're going to snip that. That's going to fill it up using this. 1 minute. Automation. That needs a higher priority than this one. That explains it. Okay, that's no longer empty. Okay, so how do we stop this gate from closing the moment that... 1 minute, back to 5, priority. How do we stop that door from locking? On a red, it closes and locks. All of this I would have solved already if the fridge worked the same way as the water and gas tanks do. Because then I could set a threshold for the minimum amount. In this case, I would want it to run completely out so that we clear out all our old food. But it doesn't work like that. Does that mean I need 2 extra doors? 1 minute. 1 minute. I think I got this. Let's try something like this. Has that... Wait, what? Let's just place down a bunch more food, I guess. Uh-oh. There we go. Berry sludge. Nice. It's only so fast I can spam my mouse. Right. We've got the... Uh-oh. It's shifting. Alright, that can reach pretty much all of them. Very nice. Alright, and let's just shut those up. Okay. That looks much better. Very good. Alright, automation. That means we actually want to... connect these two gates here. We want... let's focus on the right hand side here. Sorry, the left hand side here. Thinking back to front here. Food comes in. We want this door to be open when this fridge is full and when this fridge is not full. Right? So we're going to need a couple of AND gates. There we go. We're going to connect that there and that one there. We're also going to need that XOR gate still. That's bad spot for that. That goes to right there. Alright. Door opens when this is full. And when... so this comes around here. When that one's full. And when this one is not full. So we need a NOT gate. Uh-oh. A NOT gate. Like that. There. Like that. Oh no. Actually, that'll work out fine. Snip that one. That can go in there. And that goes across, yeah. That is... oh no, what have I done? When that one there... oh yeah, no, I see. We actually want to go like that, something like that, and a bridge right there. Alright, so we go back to automation. This door here opens to allow this auto sweeper. Why do these show there? 1 minute. Big bug. That's a problem. I don't know how to make bug reports, but that's one worth making. These show their range. Pumps do not anymore. Alright, let's focus. Because I have definitely run out of time. Okay, back to automation. Door opens when this is full. And this one is not full. So how do I detect if it's empty then? Right. How do I detect it's empty? Okay. After a very short think, I ought to have these hooked up to the opposite refrigerator in a NOT gate, right? Because we want the output door. I figured, like, this is segmented up into several different pieces, and let's walk through them one by one because I'm gonna finish this bit up next episode, and we can have a, you know, bit of a nut out about it. Food goes in, comes to the conveyor receptacle. One of these two doors will be open. That will be the refrigerator that is currently filling. Like, this is our flow chart, if you will. One of these doors will be open because that's the refrigerator that is most recently... sorry, that has the oldest food in it. Then, once that fridge is full, the door closes. The other door, being this one down here, opens. So what are our conditions for each of these? And once again, we go back to our one... Uh-oh, it doesn't fit. Food comes in. One of the two doors is opened. Gets put into a refrigerator. Once the fridge is full, comes out. In order to keep... I want to attach... You know what? I'm going to scrap this idea. I'm going to call it a day for now. Thank you everyone for being here. Next episode, I'm going to rework this. I've actually got a better idea, which I thought worked nicer, you know. We still have two fridges. One is crowd-facing. Actually, we're going to need two fridges down here anyway. So once I get all this up and running, the third one, which is this output, is going to go to a third refrigerator. And I'm not actually going to use this in my base. I just want to make a complicated fun machine just for the fun of it. But I think the right way to do this is to have a refrigerator, find out how many kilograms of food that needs per cycle. Do we have... Nice, we do have conveyor meters. Yes. Very good. Okay, so we're going to use that conveyor meter in order to, on a cycle basis, only export the amount of food that we actually need. And a better way to actually do this, I think, is to... I'm going to leave it there, but we're going to have a shallow pit. It doesn't even need to be like that. Wrong button. Like that. This will be a vacuum. It will be, you know, super cold. All the food coming in will be super cold. And then we get a conveyor chute. We get an auto sweeper. We get a conveyor loader. Something like that. Yeah, sounds good. Something like that. That gets everything, I suppose. And some shipping rails. Nope. That's out, and this is in. Nice. Alright. Food comes in, gets dropped in this little upside down cross, and gets stored indefinitely. This is going to be a vacuum. No, it's not going to be a vacuum, but it's going to be very, very cold. And our food will be pre-cooled before it goes into there. We get a refrigerator out front. As soon as it's... Sorry, once a cycle, we will input the amount of food that all of our duplicates need. Sounds good? Sounds good to me, but for now I've definitely run out of time. So I will talk about this proof of concept next episode to actually get it running. We've got some other stuff to do. I want to do the infinite liquid storage for nuclear waste. I want to do the oxygen production for that rocket. So I can get Ellie out in space and then she can come home as soon as possible, which will make everything nice and easy, and then I can do exploration out of the radiation rocket. I also need to rework the radiation room. I need to finish that research, and I need to... Lost it now. I need to sort out the joint plate for the rad bolts. I don't know how to cool that down. Actually, I think I do have an idea, but I don't know. Those rad bolt plates being made of plastic, is it like... I actually don't understand why they're made that way. I suppose it prioritizes you to make more plastic, because like up until now once you got all your plastic in, more or less, you only needed the odd, 50, 100 kilos here and there. How much does a steam turbine need? 200 kilos here and there. Whereas, like, those plastic rad bolt plates, why would you realistically, in, real life, make them out of plastic? I suppose you could use insulation. The rad bolt plates, yes, they are. Joint plate, you can make it out of insulation, but that doesn't... Oh, viscogel. I suppose that makes it... My bad. Viscogel. Melts at -30. Like, that's even worse. That's a bit of a problem with the, plastic joint plates. Anyway, I've definitely run out of time. I hope you've had a good time, everyone. Finishing this little fun contraption off next episode, plus getting Ellie out into space, I hope, and getting lost it entirely, infinite nuclear waste storage next episode. So yeah, take care, everyone. Bye.